There we go. Okay. So basically we're just gonna kind of jump into it. Because why not? You know? But yeah, I missed Tuesday's stream. I'm sorry about that. I got to Tuesday and I was just kind of really low energy. And I've been in quite a bit of pain this week. I've got a dodgy shoulder. It's kind of like all running down my arm, and I was just knackered. I just thought, you know what, I just need to take a step away and reset. And there was also the small fact that the new Disney game had come out, and I really wanted to play that. And I was like, I just want to play that for myself and give that a go. And it's good fun. It's very entertaining. Let me know if you guys are getting a bit of a bitty stream. I don't know what's going on, but I'm kind of seeing it from my end, and it's not looking fab. So we're just having all the tech issues today, because why not? Why not? One's not enough. Yeah, I feel like it's looking crunchy from my side, but I don't know if it's looking crunchy. Is it crunchy from you guys? Like, just let me know, because Ricky, you might have to stop downloading whatever the heck you're downloading otherwise. Okay, if it looks fine from your guys' side, then it's probably just something on my side. But no, the most important thing is that you guys are receiving it loud and clear. So we are happy and healthy and thriving. Settings show. Yeah, okay. No, that's good then. It is just something on my end then that's because I've got like my little setup to the side here so I can see chat, and I can also see what I'm outputting as well. And the output's normally fairly smooth, but it's really jittery currently. Chances are my computer just needs some updates. Normally, if it needs updates, it decides to have a bit of a fit and is like, no, I'm not going to work properly until you update me. So that's fine. But if it's all good on your end, then it's all good for me. So we are back on Hercule Poirot, which is always great fun to watch the closed captions. Try and see what I said. So it says a kilo placebo for Hercule Poirot. So yeah, it's all good fun, but you know, trying to do something vaguely accessible. I always forget to put the dialect to United Kingdom though, but I mean, let's face it, there's not going to be that much of a difference. So, where did we get to with Hercule Poirot? So we are at the kind of wedding of a lovely lady whose name I've forgotten, and she is being blackmailed about a family secret that she does not know about. She doesn't know what the blackmail's about, but she paid the blackmailer just in case, and the blackmailer has come back and asked for more and more money. So we are on the case to talk to people and just on the download during these wedding celebrations, find out what has been going on. So, we've got a few people to talk to. Let's have a look. What's in here? So, Jackie somewhat knows the family. Okay. So she knows their past. So that could be quite handy. So yeah, so we're just going to kind of jump back into it really, and we'll figure it out. So we need to talk to Zachariah, Margot, and Archibald, wherever they are. So neither of those two. Ernesto? Nope. Okay. So let's find where the door is. There we go. So I think they might all be downstairs. Let's find out. But yeah, so we played quite a decent... We played 3 hours... No, 3.5 hours of this last Friday. And just really enjoyed it. I just thought it was so much fun. I could chat nice and easily as well, which I always think is quite important when I'm streaming. I always find like big actiony games are really difficult to stream and chat. But you know, with a bit more time and skill, I'm sure I'll kind of improve and get better on that side of things as well. Okay. So, yes, so this is about the Major and then the guy fiance. They had a bit of a punch up. And currently, the reason is that the guy fiance had one of the Major's cigars.
Gideon said they were the Majors, but I didn't think he would miss just one.
So Gideon is
it was
the
you that took
fiance.
the cigar.
Me?
And Zachariah is his brother.
You twisted my arm. It was me.
And he's a bit of a scoundrel
Chance
and a
to
drunk.
smoke it. Gideon snatched it out of my hand. I'm sure he could afford to replace it.
The Major saw Monsieur Gideon holding the cigar, assuming he had taken it. It was all a misunderstanding, so why the following altercation?
Perhaps it is best I take my leave.
Okay. So Cassandra there, it's the overbearing mother, and this is Margot, who's someone else we need to talk to.
I am all yours, detective.
Okay, Monsieur de Silva claimed he helped Madame van der Bosch when he required. Mentioned Madame's friendship with the Major. Okay, we'll start with
He
this
would
one.
say that. I mean,
So that's
financially,
Ernesto, I
yes.
think, we're
but
talking about.
what else does that man have to offer?
I cannot imagine Madame van den Bosch would be one to request financial help.
After Edwin, the Viscount, died, the family was left in a rather unfavorable position. She wasn't requesting, chérie. She was begging.
I see.
Let's just keep that between us. It's a rather sore subject for her.
I bet. Didn't take much for Comtesse to reveal private matters of the Madame's business. I'm not so sure I'd be willing to divulge any information to her.
You are quite
Okay.
inquisitive.
No, we're talking about
aren't
friendship
you?
with the Major.
I believe it is called small talk, no?
There is small talk, and there is prying.
I assure you that is not my intention.
Monsieur, please. I know a nosy gossip hound when I see one. We can smell our own. The Major isn't worth a minute of your time, though.
You are not a fan of his.
Nobody is. Literally, the
I
only person
treat
who's a
him
fan
with
of a
my fan,
Major is the
monsieur.
Comtesse.
Any man that can treat a lady the way he does doesn't deserve to be in his position.
And
Treat
what
a
position is
lady.
that, may I ask?
What's he done?
Lording over Cassandra like she's the help.
Oh.
He shouts at her like she's a stray cat that's wandered into the house. Madness.
Interesting.
It has been a pleasure conversing. I look forward to our next
Dead,
tete-a-tete.
dead, dead. Okay, so now I need to find Archibald, who is the butler. I don't quite know where he would be. Oh, there he is.
Van den Bosch residence, how may I help you? Yes, of course. Please hold for one moment. Sir, yes, a call for you. Shall I direct it straight through to you in the study now? Very good, sir.
Okay. So we got a mysterious phone call going on in the study. So we definitely need to go have a nose. Let's just go and talk to
What can I
Archibald
do
real
for
quick.
Yes, he has been here for some time now.
Legit, no one
Lady
likes him.
Van den Bosch has been very good to let him stay so long.
Would you say he has become part of the family?
He's always been very vocal about how he stands the ladies in high regards, and so he should.
Okay.
Merci. You have been most helpful.
I don't know what kind of information that provided us with. So the study. Where is the study? Butler's pantry. Staff quarters. We're going on a hunt. So let's head upstairs and see if the study's up here. So it won't be on this side because that's bedrooms. No, we can't go upstairs. Northeast quarter, southeast quarter, and we can't go in either of those. Maybe we can't find it yet. Talk to Ernesto. Okay. Okay, so I'm guessing we can't go to the study? Because this is the... Unless they mean the library, but... I'm guessing we can't do anything about it yet.
Is there something else you need? It seems someone has been asking around about me.
Interesting.
Only polite curiosity, I can assure you.
Well, you would be right. Although working with the Viscount caused me much less grief.
Ooh.
Grief, monsieur.
Alright.
Let's just say we
Who's
didn't
been a problem?
always see eye to eye. And if neither side is prepared to back down, there is a problem.
More to learn about the goings-on between Monsieur de Silva and the Major. It certainly does not sound like a positive business relationship.
Merci for your time. It has
Wait,
been
Monsieur
most
de Silva.
intriguing.
Oh, okay, I think that's Gideon. Oh, I can't keep track. I'm rubbish with names. Okay. So is there a study? Oops, didn't mean to. Don't know what I did there. No idea if there's a study. Let's see. Right, what's this telling us to do? Nothing. Cool. Maybe there's some connections to make. Okay. Major views the family as high class. And Gideon was returning the cigar. This is a tricky one. Maybe we just need to do a few guesses.
Is
Yeah.
there something? I must act on thought.
I don't know.
Come, my little grey cells.
I'm literally winging it until it tells me what the answer is at this point, let's face it.
Order and method.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah,
Some
that
would
makes
say a
sense,
lucky
doesn't it?
guess.
I'm not very smart.
I would say a moment of genius.
No, it was definitely a lucky guess. Major may feel that associating with the Demir family may lower the Van der Bosch name. I wonder if this is the limit of his negativity. Ooh, okay, so we've got another link. Possible status drop. Okay. Maybe that and that.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
So, possible financial intentions. It is clear the Major do not see the Demir brothers in a good light. What does his thoughts towards them have to do with the couple's relationship? The Major thinks the Demirs are bad for the family, so the Major intends to warn Angeline. That makes the most sense, I think.
Another
Yeah.
success. I never.
See, we can get it sometimes. You know, sometimes we just need a little helping hand. Major clearly doesn't want the wedding to go ahead. Monsieur Gideon's reason for punching the Major was perhaps valid after learning of the reason he is against the wedding. Okay, so we figured out what the fight was about. So it seems the Major disapproves of the wedding because the Demir name could be bad for the family. I'm sure his concern is appreciated, but I'm not sure it is his position to say. Okay. So, and then we've got this one that we need to do a connection with as well. So, rocky working relationship with, oh, okay, with the Major. And Ernesto is fond of Cassandra, so maybe something like
I
that.
cannot see the logic in this.
Okay. Major possibly involved in
This
blackmail.
would not get me any closer to...
So it's got to be to do with this because we didn't have a link before, and this is the only thing that's been added.
I must take a different approach.
Oh, I missed this too. Major didn't treat Cassandra well, and Margot is protective of Cassandra. Okay.
Magnifique.
Cannot tell if Margot's dislike for the Major comes from a genuine place or mere jealousy. Okay. So Margot dislikes Major. There's no other connections to do. So, I want to find the study. I don't know where the study is, and I want to find it. I want to see if I can find out what the phone call's about. I'm not quite sure where I can go, really. I wish I had like a map or something. This place is too big. To the library. Guess we just keep wandering. Did already? Poor Poirot, he's just like, I just want some fucking food. Hungry. I don't know what to do. I don't know where we're meant to go next. Maybe if I go to the butler's pantry. I don't know, maybe I'll just enter random rooms until something happens. I feel like that's gonna be my best shot, really, at this point. Ink got anything? I'm guessing not, but...
Detective.
Nope. Cool.
Merci.
Can't get that still. Maybe if I go back into the salon. Because I feel like I've clicked on everything. Definitely missing something, aren't I? Not quite sure what though. Because that's the dining room. So there must be somewhere to the study. I'm guessing that's the next thing. Archibald received a call from the Major. Could hardly ignore his conversation. Maybe if I go to Major. Well, of course, the Major's ex-military. Okay, so there's nothing here about a phone call. Oh my god, so many characters. Okay, it's Ernesto da Silva. And Gideon Demir. Can't keep track. Alright. Let's head back up up the stairs, I guess. What am I missing? Hopefully it might, I don't know, hopefully it might give me a hint at some point as well, if I'm struggling.
What can I do for you?
Where's the study? It's got to be by the library, hasn't it? That just makes the most sense. It's the most logical. There's definitely nothing to... So I've talked to everyone there. And there's no other links to do. Oh, maybe I need to talk to the Major. The Major's outside. Let's give that a go. I forgot that I could do the little outside area. Maybe let's try that next. Oh wait, no, because he was going to the study, wasn't he? And we can't go there anyway because it's locked. Ah. Let's go to the library, and I'm going to go around the corners and just see if I can find like a room thingy, because it's not super obvious there, so I'm wondering if maybe it might be out of luck though. No, nothing. Okay. So I don't know. Like, I don't know if there's a telephone around here somewhere. I'm just not seeing anything. None of these people seem to have anything left to say.
Monsieur Poirot? Merci.
Right. Let's see, are there any other rooms I can explore? Northeast quarter, no, can't go there. What party? What party where? There's nobody to join. Oh my god. I don't know what I'm meant to be doing. Maybe if I talk to everyone or something, something might pop up. But I'm very confused as to what I'm meant to be doing. So I went to the butler's pantry. There was nothing to do there. There's nothing around here to do. No study around here. Can I click on the phone? No. I haven't talked to Cassandra in a while. Is there anything? I
Let's
can
make
from
this-
her? Nope.
Merci.
What am I meant to be doing? I'm so lost.
Hmm.
I feel like we've barely got into this stream, and I literally am already so stuck. I feel like maybe I need to find a Oh, my battery's low. Oh, no wonder it's crunchy. I didn't plug in. Oh, that was very stupid of me. Alright, we're safe. As you can tell, it's going very well. Oh, no wonder it's so crunchy. I was like, why is it looking so funny on my side? Oh. Okay, so there's nothing there that seems to be of any help. Like, there's nothing here. Nothing here. The other guess, which I've done. Just don't know. I don't get it. I do not get it. I cannot, for the life of me, figure out what I'm meant to be doing next. I'm gonna see if I can find a let's see if I can find like a walkthrough or something. I really hope this game's popular enough for a walkthrough. Alright, first cases, chapter 2, walkthrough. Please. Oh, thank God. Okay. I don't care about the achievements, I just... Okay. Just tell me what I need to do. Okay, that's fine, that's... Ugh, God, it's so long. Okay. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. Okay, chapter 2. Okay, so let's see what we got. So find out about the circumstances surrounding the altercation. Yes. So I did that bit. What's goal 2? Oh my goodness, this is so much stuff. I don't understand. Okay. Servants. Let's get that moment. Oh my God, I just don't. Ugh. Yeah, no, I have no idea. That walkthrough is messy. Oh my god. This is so frustrating. I don't understand why. Okay. So I've done chapter 1. Chapter 2. So I don't want the mind map. I just want to know what I'm missing to do. Okay, staff photo. Alright, there's a staff photo. So I'm missing something to do with a staff photo, I'm guessing. Okay. So let's head to the pantry. What's that? Oh, I missed that. Okay. So that's the rota for the staff. There we go. Oh my god, that was so stupid. Okay, so find out how the staff are linked. Okay, so now let's go talk to people. Come on. Okay.
Oui, détective.
Oh, okay, nothing.
Merci.
Cool. Let's see. R. Inspect the butler's pantry. Okay. There's a letter. Papers that order the dismissal of a staff member for accessing rooms without permission. Okay, interesting. So we've got secret hidden rooms. Photograph, there we go.
Oh.
7 members of staff. The house would surely run like clockwork with so many.
Ah.
Okay. Staff photos, staff
This will
termination?
not get
No.
me any close. Come, my little
No.
grey cells.
Let's see. Remaining staff overwhelmed and staff
I
termination?
must
Nope.
act on.
Okay, staff rota and staff photo.
What a revelation!
I would have got there eventually. Okay, so we got a number of staff missing. Insufficient staff. Remaining staff overwhelmed.
I must take a different approach if I am to uncover.
Okay, so now let's try insufficient staff and staff termination.
The
There we
pieces
go.
of the puzzle are finally come.
Okay, missing staff were relieved of their duties. Could there be another reason for letting them go? Recent staff layoffs. Okay, so we need to talk to some folks. So we'll start with Ing, 'cause she's right here.
Oui, détective. I am at your service. That is not for me to talk about, detective. If Monsieur Archie found out I had said anything out of turn.
I am not asking you to betray your fellow staff or the family. What is said between us remains that way, mademoiselle.
It's only whispers, but the last servant was caught in areas of the house they shouldn't be. Apparently, they saw something they shouldn't have. talking like this with a guest?
My lips are sealed, mademoiselle.
Okay.
Merci, mademoiselle. I shall leave you to your work.
So we've got secret areas of the house, which we will need to snoop. Alright, let's go talk to good old Archie.
What can I do for you? What have they done? If I have to...
No, monsieur. There is not a complaint to be made. It is more the recent layoffs and extra work pressure you all seem to be under I am inquiring about.
We've had to let some of them go. Let's just say their standards didn't live up to what was expected.
Merci.
Okay.
You have been most helpful.
Interesting, interesting. Right, let's talk to Cassandra. Not that she's going to be of any help.
Let's make this quick, Detective. The public rooms are not adequate space for you to celebrate my daughter's engagement.
No, he needs to spread his
Madame,
wings.
I asked only the limits, as I understand a member of the staff was let go for a similar reason.
It would benefit you not to listen to whispers and rumors, officer. They did not produce a satisfactory standard of work. There is nothing more to say.
Then you should have said that in your
It is
letter.
detective, madame. And it is just that the termination papers detail the matter and proceed to...
Need I remind you again whose house you reside in?
Merci.
Yikes. Right. Charming as always. Okay, we've got a bunch of links to do. Okay. So... Cassandra dismissive of forbidden areas. Staff no families hiding something.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
No doubt there must be a family secret. Can forbidden house areas hold the answer? Okay. Forbidden areas of the house.
I cannot see the logic.
Maybe that one?
Is
Nope.
there something?
Just gonna keep going.
Another
Yeah.
success.
Paperwork conflicts with Archibald's account. Only one can be telling the true story. Archibald is hiding something. Okay. Maybe that one?
Order and method. That is the way. Is there something? I must take a different approach if I... Come, my little Grace.
Oh, but I didn't see
I
that
should
as a
not be
link before.
surprised by my own skills of deduction.
Okay, family being more cautious with their money, maybe staff will let go for that reason. That makes sense. Okay, layoffs related to money issues. Investigate the blackmail. Staff no family is hiding something. Okay. Cool, what now? Can I investigate secret areas of the house now? Like... Oh, maybe staff quarters? Just wondering if there's anything... Dang it. Okay, let's just keep on going on. Doesn't seem to be anything around here to do still. Compendium of Saints. Oh. Okay, that wasn't there earlier. Dios related to money issues, family still
What
need
a
help.
revelation.
That makes sense. Okay, so now we need to talk to Cassandra. Cool. I wonder if maybe I need, like, it's. I'm wondering if maybe it just takes a moment for the thing to update. Because I'm pretty certain that wasn't there before. Cassandra's gonna be pissed.
Let's make this quick. Why would I? He is to be Angeline's new husband and my new son-in-law. If he is taking that position seriously, he will do what he must to keep his new family happy.
And to you that means paying ransom money?
It means doing what he must to protect his wife and his family name. I see you have still not learned any sense of tact or subtlety.
I see no reason to beat around the bush, madame.
Until you are pricked by a thorn.
And until that day, I shall continue with the method that best serves me. Now, Monsieur da Silva.
Yes, he has provided some financial support when it has been required. I assume that was the answer you were looking for.
Oui.
Merci.
I thought it was only Madame van der Bosch that was so concerned with her appearance to others. Perhaps the Major was of a similar mindset, although I'm not sure how he fits into the family dynamic. Okay. Dang it. Okay, talk to Archibald.
What can I do for you? Ah, perfect timing.
Yes.
I was about to ask that everyone move through to the dining room.
Très bien.
Food time. I'm guessing chapter 3?
Yes, Maman. Perhaps Turkey. I would love to see my beloved's homeland.
I'm sure we will decide on somewhere. Perhaps where we are both yet to have visited.
It was my crowning achievement.
I am not so sure your workers would agree.
Are you sure? I've definitely seen your face somewhere before.
I do not believe there is another that resembles these features, or brains, at least.
I've always liked the idea of sailing the West Indies.
In that heat? With your complexion?
Okay, but you lived in the capital at one time.
Oui, mademoiselle. I spent much of my working life there.
Maybe sleeping off half a bottle of whiskey.
Let us not be so blasé with our opinions, brother.
If you ask me.
I don't believe anyone did.
Charming. Ooh, maybe the Major's been murdered.
You're that officer! The shootout on the rooftop! Your face was all over our front page!
It seems it is not only I that possesses great skills of deduction. You...
Please, come quick! The Major has been murdered in his study!
Oh no, who could have done it?
Monsieur
We
and
only
Madame,
have like
I am Detective Hercule
10
Poirot of the Belgian
suspects.
police force. I ask that you all remain calm and in your seats. I shall begin my investigation immediately. Monsieur Sterling, please, lead the way.
Chapter 3! Nice. Okay, so windows.
This is Mr. Hagen's study, Detective. Would you like me to stay?
I understand if you are not comfortable with such a scene.
Don't you worry, Detective. I've seen much worse in my years.
I am thankful to have someone of your resilience by my side.
I just can't believe someone could have killed him in cold blood. Is that what you think happened?
I admire your faith in your fellow man, but you will be surprised what someone will do when they feel there is no other option.
Okay.
Phone call. Yeah. It was one of his business associates.
Do you know what associate?
He didn't say. I think he was French. The accent still confuses me sometimes.
And did the Major sound any different to you? Panicked, anxious, anything out of the ordinary?
Not that I noticed. I think he was embarrassed about ending up on the floor after Master Gideon's one punch. I would be. Mr. Hagen does not allow any staff into the study, and they were all present in the staff quarters, or part of the dinner service.
And everyone was accounted for?
Everyone. It is my business to know all my staff's whereabouts.
Your help and discretion in this matter are greatly appreciated.
Alright, let's have a little look.
Ah.
Single stab wound. Okay, not much to go on from the body. Okay, discover what happened prior to the Major's murder. Brought here to find the blackmailer, but discovering the truth behind the Major's death must take precedence. So we got a purple bruise on the face and a single stab wound. We've got damp floor.
Huh.
Ice bucket with a small amount of water in it.
Oh.
Open window.
Oh.
Note stuffed down the side of the seat. You do not know me, but I know you and your past very well. Years have passed and your actions remain hidden to the world, actions that would shame even the evilest of men. The details so heinous to include them would surely bring a tear to my eye. Now is the time for the truth to be revealed to all. While not one man is to blame for the final outcome, it was you that brought about the final piece of the puzzle, the one that no one else would. If you wish to remain a free man, fill a brown paper parcel with 5,000 francs addressed to Monsieur Dupont, to Barbier and Sons Cobbler, before closing this coming Wednesday. While there is time to consider your next move, I would not ponder on it for too long. When the world knows of your crimes, they will surely not ponder long on your punishment. Okay, so that is the same blackmailer as the one for Angeline.
Aha. Huh.
Just make make sure I've definitely got everything. Okay. Now let's jump in here. Okay, so we got a safe. Despite being atop of the safe, the contents are untouched. Why it's not locked away, I do not know. Second floor window. Only a madman would even consider entering or exiting a window of this height. What could have caused such a large damp patch on the floor? Oh, the ice bucket?
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
Someone's knocked over the ice bucket and then repositioned it. Someone besides the Major. So the bucket was overturned. Dent in the plaster.
Magnifique.
Don't know what that was about. Signs that something occurred in the study between the Major and our unknown fugitive. Okay. Okay, so just evidence of a fight. Okay. Anything in terms of blackmail? We've got another blackmail letter. And a safe. Okay. So, I mean, do I need to find something else? Okay, there's definitely something else here. Burnt carpet, there we go. Oh, and a wallet. Oh my god, I missed a lot. I'm not very clever. Okay, so we've got a burn. We've got his wallet. Does not look as though anything is missing. We've got a cigar over here, so I'm wondering if that's something to do with the burnt carpet, but it won't let me click on it, so I have a feeling maybe not. Oh, a large check from Monsieur de Silva. And a substantial sum of money. So maybe jewelry box and the sum of money? Yeah, so it's not a robbery. So valuables not taken.
Things are beginning to...
If someone had gone to the lengths of scaling the wall, they surely would have taken some valuables. So, not a simple burglary. And then we've got burn mark as well. Confirm the window was not the intruder's point of entry. Careless of me to not check the door first upon arrival. No signs of forced entry or tampering. Could they have just knocked and been allowed to enter?
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming.
Evidence shows that a fight of sorts broke out sometime after the killer entered the room unobstructed. Dum, bum, bum. Door from the bedroom to the study was how the perpetrator entered the room, but what I still don't know is were they invited in or did they slip in unknown? Okay. So we'll talk to Archibald.
Anything I can do to help, Detective? Rihanna brought him some ice for his cheek earlier.
And when was that?
When he returned from his cigar outside, he asked for something to be brought upstairs to ease the swelling of his face. He would normally smoke only in here. Lady Vandenbosch doesn't like the smell of his cigars in the public rooms.
Fair. Cigar smoke is gross.
Your help and discretion in this matter are...
Now that I know that the Major was not alone, it's time to search the study further in hopes of finding a clue as to who was with him. Deduce who may be responsible for the Major's death and obtain the murder weapon. Okay. Seeing the crime has been investigated, but it does not show a straightforward series of events. The circumstances around the Major's cigar is one such avenue that requires further exploration. Okay. Now I can look at the ashtray.
Oh.
His jacket.
Huh.
Okay, so we've got a scabbard. Matchbox as well.
Oh.
Discarded towel. Desk. Poker stand. How fitting. Fireplace. Okay, so the fire's not been done in a while, I guess. I feel like that's everything. Point does not look sharp to tear paper, let alone puncture skin. What about his jacket? Oh, right. So the knife is missing.
Magnifique.
Major's knife is missing and his body lies with a stab wound. It could very well be the murder weapon. Makes sense. Okay. Burn mark and then the half-smoked
I should
cigar.
not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
Major was smoking recently, unsurprisingly, and dropped his cigar. What could have lit the cigar?
Order and method.
Okay.
This will not get me any...
Major's money obviously spent elsewhere. Ring of dust. Other evidence of neglect.
I cannot see the logic in it.
Why is the poker so green? Oh, moldy logs.
Things
Gross.
are beginning to be...
I would have expected a major to keep his belongings in a much tidier fashion.
What a revelation!
Crime scene has been tampered with. The killer clearly had enough time to cover their tracks.
Another success.
Currently no way to rule out the poker being the murder weapon. Okay, so we'll talk to Archibald.
Anything As I said, Mr. Hagen did not allow the staff in here alone, besides me. He was very clear on that.
Have the staff ever given him reason to not trust them?
Nothing has ever been brought to my attention, but he was very clear no one was to be in here without his permission.
I suppose it is not unreasonable. I would have thought with his military past he would have kept it immaculate, with not a speck of dust or hair out of place. But the fireplace, for instance, says otherwise.
I haven't seen it lit since he has been with us, even in the colder months. It's been in this state for some time.
Your
Interesting.
help and discretion.
So what can we deduce from that? So, unused.
Some would say a lucky guess.
No items that could start a fire or light a cigar. No fire source. So how was there
What
smoking?
a revelation.
Remains no means to light his cigar. Someone must have lit it for him. Someone he trusted. But who? Someone lit the Major's cigar. Killer's entry to the room was
I
unobstructed.
should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
Someone lit his cigar for him and attacked him when he least expected it. Who could have been so ruthless? The Major knew the killer. That is not surprising. What does it link to, though? If anything.
Magnifique.
Oh, there we go. Lit the Major's cigar. Following the brutal act of murder, took the time to clean the scene. They were not in a hurry and could still be in the house. Murder weapon remains a mystery. The killer, whose identity is still to be uncovered, must still reside in this house. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Come, my little racers, let us solve this mystery. I apologise to French people everywhere. I was not expecting to have a murder case on my hands when I arrived, but this will merely be another test for the great Detective Poirot.
Anything I can do to help, Detective? As you wish.
Okay. It's clear the reason for entering the Major's study was not to make haste with his valuables. What I must understand is if the intent for murder was there. The study has been manipulated following the Major's death, meaning they had time to return to the scene and attempt to cover their tracks. The perpetrator entered through the bedroom. Perhaps there is something they failed to clean up beside them that could make sense of all this. Should review what clues the study yielded before I continue. I did that, didn't I? If the killer still resides in the house, I must approach everyone with not only caution, but suspicion. Bah, bah, bah. Not Archie. Okay. Let's look at the letter. He has someone looking out for his business concerns with the workers' strike. Felix, I understand there are a number of business concerns for you in the situation that has arisen within the factories, but I offer this piece of advice. Step back. Monsieur Becker's efforts with the union have finally opened the workers' eyes, and they seek, nay, demand the fair treatment they deserved for so long. The fuel for the fire has already been laid, and the match is ready to be struck. You do not want to be near those flames when they ignite. I know you were once a good, honourable man. I pray that is still true today. Okay. Must review the information I've gathered from each guest today. There may be something that will help reveal the identity of the letter's author. Okay. Well, let's gather all the stuff first.
Oh.
Plants lean and rely on each other to survive something. Okay, this means absolutely nothing. Cool. Window. Nope, cool, that was also useless. Good to know. Draw. Madame van der Bosch's heart is a trophy worth fighting over. Major Hagen, I hope you will excuse my bluntness and plain speaking. There is a matter regarding Madame van der Bosch that requires not only our attention but a level of understanding and respect between us both. I am fully aware of the help you have offered to not only Madame, but her family and household. I am also aware that you know of the assistance I have given to Madame and the Viscount before her. We were friends and business partners, and I felt it my duty to continue to give aid and keep the Van den Bosch name at the standing it has always been. Having said that, it is not always as simple to keep business and personal matters separate, and this is how I find myself today. Cassandra and I share a bond that one does not experience often in their lifetime. No doubt you have felt similar, but what may be lust to one man is love to another. Whilst I respect you for your efforts in the war and the generosity you have shown Madame, I must request you step back from what you consider to be your duties at the house and allow for Madame to make her choice, the choice that I believe is obvious to all parties. I trust this correspondence remains for your eyes only, and a gentleman's agreement is enough to guarantee our arrangement. Damn. Lady of the house has got suitors. Oh my god, this guy has a lot of letters just laying around. Dear Major Hagen, I did not think I would ever find myself writing a letter such as this, but under the current circumstances, I see no other option. Madame Van den Bosch and I have been friends for more years than I care to say. That's why I can no longer sit back and allow your bullying to continue. I am well aware of the companionship you have offered to my good friend over the years. It has been most generous, and without it, I care not to think what would happen to her. That does not give you the opportunity to act in such a foul and boorish manner. The day the Viscount passed, I promised that I would protect both Cassandra and Angeline, and it's a promise I will keep. You were once a major in the British Armed Forces, but your actions have mirrored that of a drunken fool who owns no place in our society, let alone Madame's house. Please do not bother yourself with a response. There is not a question that requires an answer. Only hope you will see your errors and adjust them accordingly. So that, I think, is Margot. That just screams Margot to me. I think the one in the drawer about fancying Madame, I think that's got to be Monsieur de Silva, because he's been giving them money. The other letter, I don't actually know. I don't know who the demanding, who that would be from.
Aha.
Drinks globe. Oh, that looks so cool.
Oh.
Okay, right, let's go through everything. Okay, discernment. Who in the house warrants cautious attention and investigate the murder? Okay, the threatening letter saying he can't keep treating Cassandra in this way. Cassandra bullied by the Major.
Another success.
Margot was quick to speak of her protection over Cassandra. She must take this role very seriously. Yeah, okay, so written by Margot, that's fine. Curious letter. Love for Cassandra, helping the family.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
So Ernesto wrote the letter. And we'll talk to Archibald about it. And then demanding letter, warning about upcoming strikes. Well, it's got to be Hugo, hasn't it?
I cannot see the logic in this. Is there something?
Okay, maybe not then. Gideon is a supporter of the unions?
The pieces of the puzzle are finally...
Okay, Gideon wrote that letter. I thought maybe Hugo was just stroking his own ego. Okay, so we've done that. We've figured out who wrote the letters. So, now let's talk to Archibald about Ernesto.
Certainly. What do you need? You've lost me, Detective.
I struggle to believe they were both helping her out of the kindness of their hearts. Could they have been fighting for the Madame's affection?
Ah,
You'd want to affect that, madam.
didn't take you long to spot.
Monsieur Sterling's lack of real response gives me all the answer I require.
There's not much I couldn't tell you. As soon as he found out my father was in the army, his stories never stopped.
I am sure an officer of his rank must have many a tale.
A tale is a fitting description. Not so much a pinch of salt, more like a bag is needed listening to them.
Awkward.
The male guests, I believe, he knows in a business capacity, but I'm afraid that's all I know. I will add, though, he has not always been the easiest man to get along with.
Wow. Shocked.
You are talking from personal experience of working for him.
I am head butler to the Van den Bosch family in their home. He has made himself comfortable, but to me he still remained a guest.
Yeah.
Your
Archie
help
didn't
and
do it.
discretion in this matter are greatly appreciated.
He's too cool. Alright, I will be back in just 2 ticks. I'm just going to jump to the bathroom and get myself a drink. See you in a mo. Okay. Where was I? Okay, Cassandra had multiple admirers, so maybe that? Nope.
Come, my little grey cell.
Okay, fit. Love for Cassandra mentioned? Maybe that?
Some would say
Okay.
a lucky guess.
Now I know of Ernesto's feelings towards Cassandra. He must be the one behind the letter.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
Seems the guests were not fond of the Major. Well, duh. I could have told you that.
The pieces of the puzzle are fine.
Highly possible one of the guests is behind the murder. This warrants immediate investigation. That's not... yeah. Based on evidence seen in the Major studies in the bedroom, as well as what I've learned from speaking with the guests, Monsieur de Silva, Comtesse de Vos, and Monsieur de Mere warrant concern and further investigation. Okay. We got our suspects. I bet it's none of them. Alright, talk to Archibald again.
Certainly. What do you need?
I need a nap.
As you wish.
Ooh, chapter 4. I think there's like 10 chapters. So depending on how long the chapters are, maybe like 1 or 2 more streams.
The
It'd be nice to do the
are
whole
waiting
story.
for you, Detective. I informed them of what has happened, but divulged no details.
I am most grateful. Madame Van den Bosch is here also?
She's in her room with Miss Angeline. It may be better to speak with them privately tomorrow.
Oui, merci. I shall come find you again once my questioning is complete.
Guess alibis are my priority. Once I can confirm their whereabouts this evening, I can understand who had an opportunity. Cool. Have my lead suspects from the evidence that's seen the crime. Perhaps those will change after speaking with them all. Okay. Chat with old Zaki.
I'm afraid our conversation is of a more formal nature this time.
So the Major was murdered?
It appears so.
You can't think that I did it, though.
I will be questioning everyone over the course of the evening, and your cooperation will certainly speed up that process.
I was here in the salon, minding my own business, enjoying my own company.
Minding your business from whom?
Comtesse, what's her name, and my brother. Apart from wanting to congratulate him for a great right hook, there was nothing I had to say to him.
Comtesse de Vos? And they will both confirm you were here?
If she had taken a moment to notice anything besides herself, she will tell you I was here the whole time.
Okay, so potentially
I
they
think that is
alibi
all
each
for
other
now.
out.
Bonsoir, Monsieur Beckers. Merci for speaking with me.
Monsieur Poirot, or should it be Detective Poirot now?
You got me.
Poirot is perfect. Merci. I would like to begin with a few questions.
Go right ahead, Detective Poirot. I took great pleasure in seeing the Major's ego as well as his face take a bruising. And then I made my way to the library.
Well, you spoke with Mademoiselle Conrad.
And yourself?
We were the only two that you spoke with.
One of the servants bought me a drink and I was telling her about the benefits of joining a union. She didn't understand what it truly meant to be a part of something. Something bigger than just her. I was trying to explain to her how...
I get it, but like, not the time or place.
Yes, it was just the two of you and the servant.
Strange, she does not seem to recall seeing Monsieur de Silva in the library.
And you are sure there was no one else?
I'm not sure what you're getting at, Detective. You were there.
Merci, Monsieur Beckers. It has been a most enlightening conversation.
Interesting. Right.
Monsieur de Silva, merci for obliging me.
A detective comes to a party and a dead body shows up. Coincidental, don't you think?
Nah. Dead bodies always show up when Poirot is around.
Death is not a matter to joke on, monsieur.
Who said anything about a joke? I am saying what I see.
Then perhaps you can tell me what it was you saw this evening.
Following whatever that was in the hall, I moved to the library.
Is there anyone that can confirm that?
Miss Conrad and Beckers were in there, arguing about something. The books held my interest far more than their conversation.
You did not speak with them until dinner was served?
I had no reason to get involved with their little spat. It was clear they didn't want me to hear, and that suited me just fine.
Okay.
Merci for your cooperation.
So he doesn't really have much of an alibi going on.
Monsieur Demir, I am sorry your celebrations have taken a rather dark turn.
As am I, Detective. I hope we will be able to bring this investigation to an end post-haste.
With your cooperation, I will do my very best.
Don't do his darndest.
I was here in the salon. I thought I would have a moment of peace to calm myself, but the Comtesse and my brother followed behind.
I don't
Did
remember
they inquire
seeing
into
him.
the reasons behind the fight in the hall?
I think they both saw it as some light entertainment, more than anything else.
The Comtesse does not strike me as one to enjoy violence.
Move myself forwards a bit so I can... I want to like lean back in my chair, but I can't angle the microphone very well to... Okay, hopefully that's okay.
And not so much violence, but karma for the Major, perhaps. You did not hear how he spoke to my wife-to-be. She is still rather upset about the whole thing.
Bet.
If you would be so kind as to stay here, I may require your help further.
Margot?
Comtesse, I am sorry our next conversation must be under such formal circumstances.
It is not the first time Felix has ruined a good party.
The
Well,
current
it certainly
state
will
of
be the
tonight's
last time.
celebrations is the least of my priorities, Comtesse.
Well, it's at the top of mine, detective. I did not come here for a wake.
Perhaps then we should proceed with my questions and you can get back to celebrating.
It would be my pleasure, chérie.
Oui.
I did. I thought by staying in one place, it would be easy for the staff to bring me my drinks. How wrong I was.
And who else was present in here?
The handsome groom-to-be and his brother, although Zachariah, is it, made a rather sharp exit at one stage.
Did he say where he was going?
He barely said 2 words to either of us. I think he was more concerned with his drink.
It's the most interesting part.
Merci, Comtesse. If I have any further questions, I shall be sure to come and find you.
Jackie?
Mademoiselle Conrad, I am sure you understand the delicate nature of the situation.
I knew I had seen your face before. You were just an officer when that story hit the paper.
You have a très bon memory, mademoiselle. That was a long time ago.
You can't escape the past, especially when you go and do something like that.
That is very true, but one can learn from it and create a better future.
What would you say to an
Oh my
Please,
god.
mademoiselle,
Not
catching
the
the
time.
Major's killer is my sole concern right now. Now, if you would be so kind, I have some questions for you.
I arrived, unpacked my bags in my room, and made it downstairs just in time to see the Major take a right hook from Gideon. And then I went to check out the library.
And you were joined by Monsieur Beckers.
And Ernesto, or Monsieur Silver, as you say. But after he ignored my attempt at pleasantries, I left him to his book in the corner.
And your conversation with Monsieur Beckers that I interrupted.
You are a persistent one, aren't you? Makes sense now I know who you really are. You'll just have to wait and read about it in the paper like everyone else.
That's not how police investigations work, babe.
You have been most helpful. I request you do not go too far. Merci.
You be next. Oh, is that everyone? Okay. Didn't feel like enough people.
This will not get me any closer to my... Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of...
Margot and Gideon confirm each other's appearance in the salon. This one?
I must take a
Nope.
different approach if...
Jackie was talking to Hugo.
Another success.
So Jackie and Hugo confirm each other's appearance in the library.
I must act
Nope.
on thought. What a revelation!
Confirm each other's appearance in the library.
Magnifique.
Confirm each other's appearance in the salon.
Order and method.
Tricky.
I must take a different approach. Order and method. I should not be surprised by...
Hugo failed to mention seeing Ernesto in the library. Okay.
Come, my little great...
One of this is it, but I don't remember what.
Some
Okay.
would say a lucky
Well,
guess.
it was like lost
I
option.
would...
Margot claims Zachariah stepped out of the room, but Gideon did not mention it. Was his missing time accounted for? Okay, so we need to speak to Zachariah and Hugo.
I'm an open book, Poirot.
Mm-hmm.
I told you already. I was here in the salon.
And you did not leave even once.
Well, I had to use the bathroom. I didn't realize I had to update you every time nature called.
You may keep your calls of nature to yourself, merci. And then you returned to the salon?
If you don't believe me, ask Archibald. He saw me on his way up to the study.
I think that is all for now. Merci for your time.
Let's go confirm that with Archibald.
Can you confirm seeing Monsieur Demir in the hall this evening?
Zachariah, yes. I was on my way with a bottle of whiskey to the Major.
Bottle of whiskey to the Major. That wasn't seen in the library, was it? Oh, in the study?
Asked for directions to the bathroom.
I presume you showed him the way?
Aye, detective. I showed him to the hall bathroom. I didn't think it was wise to attempt the stairs. Not in that state.
Fair. Okay, so that kind of covers that, and then let's chat to Hugo about not seeing
Whatever you require, detective.
Ernesto.
I know you're probably used to dealing with criminals, but not everyone is trying to hide something.
Oh, really?
I hope for your sake that you do not hide anything from me.
What is it you think I'm hiding?
I struggle to believe you did not know of Monsieur da Silva's presence in the library.
Is that what this is about? I saw him hiding in the corner, pretending to read. I'd be surprised if he even could. I did not speak to him, and he certainly didn't make any attempt to speak with me.
Monsieur Demir invited you here to speak with him. You didn't see that as a fitting time too?
I was speaking with Jacqueline, and quite frankly, I was in no mood to be dealing with that man.
Monsieur Beckers is courageous and full of vigor in his planning, but his execution does not share such confidence.
Merci, Monsieur Beckers. It has been a most enlightening conversation.
Okay. So let's jump over into here again. Oh, hey, Spooky! What's up? Where are you? Where'd you go? You want pop up? You want pop up? What's up? Hey, buddy? You wanna come say hi? Yeah, why don't you come up? No? You're so cute. Here he is. Mwah. My little baby. You're so cute. Aren't you? You're cute. Hmm? He's my putty cat. He's so cute. He's so soft and cuddly. It's getting into colder season now, so we'll get some more snuggles going on. Don't go on the desk, bud. Don't go on the desk, buddy. You're so cute. You're so cute. Huh? Oh, he's molting everywhere. That was cute, though. Thank you for saying hi. And got cat hair all up my nose. Honestly. Right. He's so cute. I love him so much. Oh my god. That was adorable. And now my nose is gonna itch for like the next hour. Love him. Okay. Completely distracted. I do not know what to do now. Okay. So...
I cannot see the logic in this. Perhaps a second look at the evidence.
Maybe that one?
What a revelation.
Bloody cat hair. Archibald confirms that Zachariah's movements out of the salon, however, brief.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
Gideon, Zachariah, and Margot were all in the salon, at least for some time all together. Surely someone else is to blame. Okay, so now it's... Hugo saw Ernesto briefly.
I must act on. I should not be surprised by my own skills.
Hugo and Ernesto now confirm each other's appearance in the library.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
So Hugo, Ernesto, and Jackie support each other's version of events. Someone else must be responsible. Even with some minute differences in stories, the guests all confirm each other's alibis. It's not the outcome I was expecting or perhaps hoping for. Interesting. Continue your interrogations and determine likely motives. Perhaps a more direct approach considering potential motives will reveal more. So I'm guessing I have to talk to Morgan? Yeah.
I'm an open book. Why would I? I've got nothing to say to him, except maybe to keep his hands off what is ours.
What is yours that he could want?
Money, of course.
Of course.
Why do you think he has been suckling at the Van den Bosch
Ew.
for so long?
Gross.
He's bled them dry, and now they will all do the same to our money.
Oh.
Our?
My father's, Gideon's, it's all the same.
So he's blaming the Major
When you have
for their
left them on
financial
level
troubles.
playing fields for years, it's hard to have a fair game.
I am afraid I do not quite understand.
Ever playing golf, he has a full set of clubs and a caddy in the form of my father, and I have the old split putter. Make sense now?
Not particularly. Some hostility towards his brother. This runs much deeper than brotherly rivalry. Okay.
I think that...
Whatever you require. I know that I don't think, or didn't think, a great deal of him. I'm just sorry I didn't get the chance to tell him what I thought.
The man has recently been murdered.
Someone must stand up to men like him, with their crooked dealings and lack of, well, any compassion at all.
What kind of crooked dealings, though?
It's the truth. If you knew what I know, maybe he wouldn't be dead, but behind bars instead.
Well, that's interesting, because that's exactly the kind of thing that the blackmail letter said.
Yes, Gideon invited me. If you will recall from our previous conversation, we have been working together and he thought now would be a good time to discuss matters.
To discuss business at the celebration of his engagement.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
We're all here, so what better time? He thought Da Silva might even let his guard down if he was in a more jubilant mood. It would be wise to not continue to ignore us any longer.
And what business was it that was so urgent?
We're trying to resolve the worker strikes. It has gone on long enough. Now is the time for him to listen to our demands so we can put an end to it all. Put the violence and upset behind us. I am fighting for the basic rights of our workers, nothing more. If he can't see that, he is a lesser man than I already thought.
And where does Monsieur Gédion fit into the negotiations? And his brother?
His brother? I didn't even know he had a brother until I arrived here.
Okay.
Gideon certainly hasn't talked much about him. I get the sense there's not much love lost between them. Anger, yes, but that's all. I wouldn't kill a man.
You must
Yeah, I
see
can't
why
believe
this
that.
leads me to have suspicions.
You can't honestly think I did it. I am a man of peace. I make changes with words, not with violence.
Considering he didn't even try to confront Monsieur de Silva in the library, I'd be very surprised if he then decided to go to the study and confront the Major, like, and in such a violent way.
Merci, Monsieur Beckers.
Okay. Over to Ernesto.
More questions? I suppose so. Felix, I didn't know him that well. We spoke a handful of times. I met him through Cassandra. I thought he would be rather pompous.
But you remained polite, as any gentleman would.
Of course.
Negative opinion of the major is. Oh. Okay, no, it's just a lorry. So I could hear noise outside, and I was like, that sounds odd.
What is there to say? She's a remarkable woman, and I admire her.
Egg.
It sounds as though you hold her in the highest regard.
And why shouldn't I? Women these days could take a leaf out of her book on how to present themselves.
No, thank you. Aw, Spooky's just laying on the floor. Like, can we see him in the... Oh, you just be able to see an ear, perhaps. Oh, bless him.
He had approached me about doing some business together. I like to know who I'm getting into bed with first.
But he wished he could get in bed with Cassandra.
And you both went ahead with your business venture.
Not so much a business venture, more security related. But there is no need to discuss that any further.
Is there something you wish to remain hidden about your partnership, monsieur?
It was far from a partnership. I hired him to run security at my factories. If the workers were going to get violent,
okay, so
I
that
wanted to
explains
make
the
sure
check,
I was ready to protect
the
my
big
property.
amount of money.
That is correct.
And the reason for your support was always of a purely platonic nature.
No.
If you're trying to insinuate that I was expecting something in return, you can remove your head from the gutter.
He wanted to bone.
I meant no offense. I'm only trying to understand the dynamic of your relationship. Merci for your...
Okay. We'll talk to Cassandra about it later.
No trouble at all. How can I help?
Oh wait, unless Comtesse is Margot, which it might be.
I knew of him more than actually knowing him myself. In the past, he made his feelings towards my brother and I quite clear.
And that was not in a positive way.
I certainly wouldn't call trying to get Angeline to postpone the engagement positive.
That's fair.
What do you mean?
I do not mean to pry, only I imagine the whole room was aware of his celebrating with a bottle.
You must be mistaken. Neither my brother nor I drink.
How have you not noticed?
We aren't the closest. But what brothers are?
I would argue that many are.
Yeah.
We've lived very different lives. Our priorities are different. He does not see things the way I do. There isn't much more to say. I have lent my voice to some discussions. I have tried to facilitate meetings. Just positive support.
Does that positive support include sending letters to those on the opposing side?
Detective Poirot, I'm not sure what you think I have done.
Oh, you so wrote the letter.
Monsieur, a letter has been found threatening the Major of what might happen if he does not act promptly, and now he has wound up dead.
You think my sending him a letter warning
Okay,
him
so
not
it
to
is
get
admitted
involved
that he
means
wrote the
I
letter.
murdered him?
At this time, it is certainly reason for me to be suspicious.
I have been funding the strikes, Detective. These men deserve fair treatment, and a wage that fits the hard work they undertake every single day. The Major didn't see that. All he cared about was the money for his services, and that is all I care to discuss.
Okay, Monsieur's letter is at least written with noble intentions, but he is still hesitant to talk more on the
If you would
Major's
be so kind as
association. Okay, with Margot.
I am all yours, detective.
Oh, is she now?
Why would I actively choose to speak to that wretched man?
Wretched. I love it.
You were quite adamant of
I
your
love
protection
kind of
of
French
Madame.
pronunciation. I just
If
think
he
it's
was
great.
as awful as you portrayed him to be, there must have been some words spoken, or perhaps written?
Wow. Subtle, Poirot.
He was quite aware of how I felt towards him, and the lengths he has gone to remain close to the family. That is all that needs to be said.
No, a bit more
I
needs
must
to be
admit,
said.
I would not want to be on the receiving end of your tongue's wrath, Comtesse.
Wise thinking, detective. I imagine she will have shed a tear for him, but she should not waste any more.
You don't think she would? Or you don't want her to?
I have made it quite clear what I think of that man, alive or dead. I would not want her to waste anything further on him. What of it?
Do you believe there was something more to their friendship?
As I have said, detective, I am not one to gossip.
Oh, gossip
I
anyway.
would not even consider your name and that word in the same sentence.
Because it is not gossip when it's the truth.
Ooh.
Why else do you...
So friend and partner to the Viscount, it's plain to see it is Cassandra's partnership he longs for.
He was a disgusting leech that was driven only by money and power, like most men.
I can assure
Margot
you
is
not
just
all men are
spitting
concerned
facts.
with
I'm
such
really into it.
egotistical wealth.
That may be, but they are
Hashtag not
few
all
and
men.
far between. I believe you are a special case, Detective Poirot.
It is not the first time I have been described in such a way.
Oh, Poirot.
Embrace the compliment, Detective. You have set yourself apart from the horrid crétins that seem to somehow make their way into positions of authority and power.
And that is what the Major was doing? Using Madame Van den Bosch as his ladder to the top?
You are finally seeing the man he was. A weak and self-indulgent social climber.
That's fair. And not surprising.
Merci, Comtesse. If I have any further questions, I shall be sure to come and find you.
You came to the right place. What do you need? I know that he was not the good and honest man he liked to think he was.
In what sense?
If you spoke to him for longer than 5 minutes, you'd know. I've met people in dark alleys I trust before him.
And on the occasions when you did speak with him, what was this?
I'm sorry, Poirot. If you're looking for a deep-seated secret between me and him, you're going to be disappointed.
Then tell me what you talked about.
That man has got some real anger issues. I get why he's frustrated. He's trying his best for the workers, but holding on to rage like that, something's gonna burst.
Man suppressing his anger in a murdered body.
If you think you can use me as some sort of gossip machine, you are sorely mistaken.
Oh my god, Jackie. He's not he's not trying to get the tea over a fucking brunch. He's literally trying to solve a murder.
I assure you it is not a case
Get
of
off your
gossiping.
high horse.
At this point, everything may be relevant to my investigation.
So I would be helping you potentially solve a crime? You should have said that off the bat. To say he's smitten is an understatement. I reckon he's been wanting her for years.
Ew.
I see. Madame does not feel the same?
Doesn't look like it. If she did, she would have said something about it, right? I don't know if you really would. She's got a mouth the size of Texas, except when it comes to truths about her. She wants everyone to think that she's the savior of these
right
girls
there.
in the shelter. But there's a side to her I don't think anyone gets to see.
And what side is that?
One that she is keeping tucked away under her very expensive dress.
Oh.
You have been most helpful.
Okay, and that's everyone. Okay, so there's a new conversation to be had with Margot.
I am all yours.
Comtesse,
Oh, okay.
You gave me the impression the Major and the Madame were close. But there were times where he acted rather aggressively to her, n'est-ce pas?
I am sorry, Detective, but I did not mean to give you such an impression.
Okay, flirtatious. Okay, so we're gonna flirt and charm.
Ever the charmer, Detective. I would talk more on it, but I'm afraid Cassandra would think I am talking about her behind her back.
Countess has something more to say, but she still holds back. Something tells me it's more to do with receiving attention.
It would
crap.
not be wise to try and come between two friends, Detective. I can assure you, Cassandra will see the truth in my words and only lies in yours. I think it is time we moved on from
Dang
talk
it.
of the Major. Even...
Alright, we're going again.
It is not often I am swayed so easily. I applaud you on your willingness and persistence. From day one, I was
Yay,
aware of
we
his
did
intentions.
it. First
And
try.
it was not long before he showed his true colors. If it is a tear she sheds, it should be one of joy that he is out of her life.
I understand your feelings towards the Major, but perhaps there was...
He was a bully. He took his shortcomings out on her, and she sat there and accepted it. I never thought I would see the day. Perhaps now she will be able to see the man he truly was. Karma will always catch up to you.
Merci, Countess. If I have any further questions, I shall be sure to come and find you.
Okay. Anybody else? Yep, Sakurai.
I'm an open book, Poirot. That doesn't surprise me, and yet no one actually asks.
I am asking now.
I should have expected that, shouldn't I? What is there to say? We used to be close, but not so much anymore.
I would find it very helpful if you could at least elaborate on your relationship.
He went to school, got an education, and was the apple of our father's eye. I went to war. See the difference now. If you want to know about Gideon's part in the Union, why don't you ask him?
So, you are aware of his support for them?
Yes, well, he...
Oui, monsieur?
It'd be best to just ask.
I doesn't know much of what his brother does or is protecting him.
I think that...
Okay, so I'm guessing we can go talk to Gideon again? Yeah. Gideon, I should say, not Gideon.
How can I help? I believe there are more important matters at hand than talking about my brother and I's relationship, or lack thereof.
The murderer is in his house, and by holding back information that may help my investigation, you only make me suspicious of your involvement. Monsieur Demir, if you continue to withhold information, I can only assume you are hiding something, and must treat you as a prime suspect in the Major's murder.
I have nothing to hide. If you must know, we have not been on the best terms for years now. As I said, we are different people. He does not see the importance of planning for the future. And as much as my parents tried, they could not make him see that. I suppose that is why he sees me as their favorite.
He still believes that now?
I assume so. We barely talk anymore. I was hoping we would be able to sit down and talk and leave the past behind. But this evening has not panned out that way.
If you would be so...
Okay. Right, let's put some links together then. Okay. Gideon and Sakurai's...
Magnifique.
Brothers are suspicious individually, but I cannot see them working together. Ernesto is fond of Cassandra, Margot.
Is there something I am not... Another success.
Perhaps Ernesto has hidden his secret love well. We can use this to our advantage. Jackie claims Margot is hiding something. Hugo's frustration. But Hugo claims to have calmed down.
Another success.
Hugo claims to have calmed down since his argument with the Major, but Jackie disputed this.
This will not get me any closer to my goal. Come, my little grey cells. Order and method.
Oh, okay. Zachariah resents Gideon, but Zachariah is defensive of
Magnifique.
Gideon. Claims not to be close to his brother, but still seeks to withhold information about him. So, kind of conflicting. Okay, well, we've got one there about Ernesto, so we'll go do that next. Ernesto's in
More
love.
questions? Mademoiselle Conrad was quick to talk of your hidden feelings towards her. Perhaps only hidden to Madame Van den Bosch herself.
What has this got to do with the Major's death? Does Cassandra know you have spoken to others about this? I have only tried to help her. There may be some feelings there, but Madame Van den Bosch does not know of them, and I trust that it will remain that way.
Oh, he's so cute.
Merci.
Cool, I have no idea what that means. Have my own opinion of the Major, one that is wisely kept to myself, but I did not expect so many like-minded thinkers. I should think further on what I have heard in my quarters. Okay. So we are talk to Archibald.
My time with the guests is complete. For tonight, at least.
Do you know who killed Major Hagen?
Not a Scooby.
I am afraid it is not as simple as that. There are many steps that lead to the truth. I must think on everything I have heard this evening and dissect the truths from the lies. Merci for your assistance this evening. Au revoir.
Okay, so now we have to consider the facts and start figuring out what is what. Reach a conclusion based on what you have learned so far. So, their alibis will confirm each other, their alibis will confirm each other. Margot claims the letter was merely advice for the Major. It sounds more like a threat. Jackie claims Margot is hiding something.
Is there something I am not seeing? What a revelation!
Letter she sent protecting Cassandra was threatening indeed, and Jackie seems unable to determine her secret. Jackie wants information from Hugo because Hugo has done
I should
Major.
not be surprised by my own skill.
When I first overheard their conversation, it seemed Hugo was trying to get Jackie to listen. threat to the Major. Ernesto cares for Cassandra.
I cannot see the logic in this.
I don't know.
Some would say a lucky guess.
History with the Major combined with threats to his well-being definitely show intent. Okay, so we got 2 more.
I must take a different approach if I am to... I must act on thought. This will not get me any closer. Things are beginning to become clearer.
Okay. Blinded by both love and greed, he may have struck down his opposition.
The pieces of the puzzle are...
All the guests have at least one other guest to confirm their alibis. And that's it.
Entrez.
Detective, I'm sorry I did not join you in the salon as requested.
Please, mademoiselle. There is no need to apologize.
I was with Maman in her room. She would not allow anyone to see it, but I could see she was terribly upset.
Most understandable.
Do you have any suspicions as to who could have killed him?
I'm afraid my suspicions extended across all of the party's guests. While it seems as though their alibis all corroborate one another's, the disdain and hostility towards the Major makes them rife with motive.
I know
Indeed.
there was some bad blood between the Major and some of the guests, but not enough to kill him, surely. She may seem tough on the exterior, but she's really quite kind when you get to know her.
The Countess? She is a formidable force I would not want to come up against.
Don't be silly, Detective. She wouldn't hurt a soul. Jacqueline, I mean. I assume that's who you were talking about, Detective, after what happened between them.
Between
That
whom?
is a story I have yet to hear.
She must have told you about the piece she was writing on us, about Gideon's work and our marriage.
Somehow, that was the only thing she did not mention.
That's strange. I thought that is what she would have started the conversation with. Well, she had come to the house to interview me, and when I entered the library, she was there with Felix amid a rather heated conversation.
Do you know what this conversation regarded?
I'm afraid not, but Felix was quite enraged. He picked up an envelope from the table and stormed out, slamming the door behind him.
Interesting. I wonder what
And
envelope.
Mademoiselle Conrad?
She was equally heated in the moment. She had a few choice words for him that I wouldn't care to repeat. I'm sorry, but I just can't imagine any of them committing such a heinous crime.
What about all of them?
It can often be hard to look past one's personal feelings for someone and see their flaws.
To be honest, my opinion is that it's still the random girl, the maid from the
It's
first,
not bad, Detective. It's just they
from
have
the very,
known
very
each other
beginning.
for years. Why would any of them act now?
I was under the impression the Major had merely a business relationship with some of the guests.
That's true. But those invited know each other, some of them for years. They may not seem like it, but some are even friends. Better, thank you, Detective. She's resting in her room. It is the best place for her.
And you, mademoiselle?
I'm not quite sure. It is a rather surreal feeling. I did not think I would miss him like I do.
It is understandable. He has been a close friend to your maman for many years.
And to me, Detective. We had grown close. After Father's passing, he was always there for me. And now, he's gone as well.
So I guess she kind of
You
sees
must
as
try and not
as a
think
bit of a
of it
father
like that.
figure.
It is easier said than done, Detective.
I have no doubt, but you can be assured the culprit will not remain at large for long. You have my word.
I should return to my room now, Detective. It has been a trying day for us all.
Oui, mademoiselle. I am afraid tomorrow may bear a resemblance, but I will not stop until I have found his killer.
I am certainly glad you are here, Detective.
When and where a detective is required, that is where I shall be. Bonne nuit, mademoiselle.
No, oh, that's sweet. Okay. Just looking at the guests together.
Order and method. That some would say a lucky.
Doubted Jackie's involvement with the murder, but now I'm dubious of her innocence.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
Now have all the motives from the guest who is under suspicion.
Is there something? Another success.
I do not know who I can trust or whose stories I can believe. Are the guests innocent?
I should not be surprised by my own skills of the.
Now doubt how trustworthy their stories may be, they may well be covering for each other. No physical way one of the guests could have killed the Major and returned to the party unless that is where I'm mistaken. It is not one guilty party I should be looking for, rather multiple, which is what I said. Aww. Oh, someone outside. Okay, interesting. Okay, well, it's chapter 5 and it is 10 o'clock. So that is probably a good place to kind of finish up. I'll just finish the conversation. Sleep combined with the image of the eerie figure in the snow has only convoluted what my little grey cells may consider. I should not have expected this to be a simple case. I have been lied to by at least one of the guests. Their alibis all confirm each other's, but I know this not to be true. So, how the Major was involved with the blackmail eludes me for now. Once I have confirmed whether he was the author or recipient, I can consider my next step in the investigation. Okay. Good to know. Okay then, we will finish up there.